Thanks for stopping by at Twisted Art Designs. In the last video I showed how to make this cute cardstock journal to put Julie netting paper dolls, decorated Julie netting dolls into. And now I'm going to show you how I'm going to decorate the cover and to give you some ideas for different ways of decorating the cover of the book. There are so many ways that you could decorate the cover of this book. Now, this is cardstock and it's a single layer on the front. These are double layered, so they're thicker. So I do recommend putting something on your cover. So you can use cardboard that's recycled from cereal boxes or things that you get in the mail. It just needs to be 6 inches by 10 inches is the size of what this book turns out to be, the dimensions. So you need 2 pieces that size to cover. Now you can wrap a piece of cardboard in pattern paper, fold it around to the back side, and then glue it on to your front and back of the book. You can take material and cover cardboard and glue it onto the book. You can paint a piece of cardboard. So there's lots of things that you could do with that. The other thing you can do is to put material on the cover of your book. I love material. I have a piece sitting on my desk. This isn't what I would use on this book because of the pattern isn't what I would use. But if you have a piece of cotton material, you can cover this book in a cotton material and you could wrap it around the back side and cover the whole book in material. So look how pretty that is to have a material cover on your book. I love that. Now I still would put a piece of cardboard on this just to make it more sturdy and then material wrap it. So you could cut your material and tear it to have some frayed edges, or you could wrap your material around the cardboard like this and like this, and then glue it onto the book so you would have, you know, nice covered edges. So that's another way if you don't like the frayed edge look, which I love the frayed edge. But so there's so many different ways that you could decorate this. Now you could put your cardboard on and you could put all different pieces of material like scraps and Mod Podge them to the cardboard and make a collage of material pieces and then put something decorative. I like to cover the front and the back, leaving the spine like this. And you can cover this spine with material, you know, like a piece of cotton material or sari silk, even cheesecloth, anything like that. If you feel you need more stability in the back of the book. I don't think it's necessary, but you can do that. What my favorite thing to do is to just cover that with a simple lightweight piece of material like sari silk, just to add some stability to the spine, like a glue-bound book is that you purchase from the store. And then put my covers on and only put them, I'm going to cut my cover just a little bit shy of this edge and put them front and back. And then I like to take corrugated cardboard and cover the back strip with corrugated cardboard. So I'll get mine finished and then I'll show you what it looks like. And then you can decorate your book any way you see fit. Now, there's so many versatile ways you could decorate this that it's endless. So be creative and come up with something fun and interesting. The other thing I like to do in my mixed media covers, this is a book that I did and it's a mixed media cover. So it's got a lot of texture. So as you can see, it's got twine and cheesecloth and burlap and crunched up pieces of tissue paper, doilies. There's so many different things in the cover. Die cut images and things, so it makes it very textured and very very interesting to look at and feel because it's got so many different things. Here's some mesh, there's a little piece of like I think that's tulle right there. So it's just really fun to do that too. So that might be another fun thing to do on this cover, is make a cardboard cover and then do a mixed media style covering for your book. And I have a video on how to do a mixed media cover like this. So I'll link that in the description box because you might want to see my process on how I make mixed media book covers. And I'll link that video so you can check that out, because that's another fun option you could simply use on this book as well. I'm going to use 2 pieces of lightweight cardboard as my covers. So I just am putting the book down on top of this cardboard, and then I'm just tracing around in pencil to get my curves in there. I could just corner around them, but then I'm going to cut out the 2 covers, and I think I'm going to do a mixed media style cover. So I'm going to do that on this book. I won't do it on camera because I've already shown it on another previous video. If you can't find the description box when you're on YouTube, right under the title of the video, just tap on the ... and the word more, M-O-R-E. Then a box pops open, and if you start to read the first paragraph, there's going to be a ... more again. Click that. It gives you the full description box, which will have all the links to products and the coffee mugs, previous videos I mentioned, anything like that will be in that description box. So check that out, find the links, and there's a link to the shop where I have freebies and digital downloads and things. So let me cut out my covers and decorate them, and then I'm going to show you the next step that I'm going to do. Now I needed to find a color theme to paint this cover with, and I've got my back cover with this yellow. So if you're having trouble finding a combination of colors that go together, or you're afraid to make a mess because you're going to use too many colors or too little colors, and you have trouble choosing your own colors, I don't really have trouble with that, but I really just love these RENAE color cubes. Give you so many options, and you step outside the box and you use colors together that you wouldn't even try. So I know I have this color on the back that I wanted to find a card in the RENAE color cube box that goes with it. So I found this, and it goes great with the paper that I covered the back, and I love this interesting combination of colors. So that's what I'm going to use on my front cover, are the colors from card number 498 from the RENAE color cubes. So the boxes are full of cards with color options to choose from. There's a link in the description box below if you want to go check those out. They're one of the most valuable art tools on my table. So here are the paints I chose based on this color cube card, and I think they're going to look really pretty. So I'm going to just go ahead and start painting this, and then I'll show you what it looks like. Here's how they look so far. I did a little bit of stenciling. I added all those colors of paint, a little swatch of the paper from the back cover onto the front just to tie those 2 in, and I added some stenciling and paint to the back cover as well, so they go together. And now I'm going to use some metallic paint. This is in a Pearl Sapphire Blue. It's Arteza. So it's a metallic paint with a lot of shimmer, and I'm going to just do some dry brushing over those texture spots in the blue just to give it a little pop of color, and I'm going to go around the edge with this and kind of border it with this metallic blue. Okay, so while I'm waiting for those to dry, I'm going to take a strip of material just that I've torn, and I'm going to cover the spine of my book. You certainly don't have to do that step. You can skip it, but I'm doing it just for the stability of my book and to make it really solid. I want it to last the test of time. I'm probably going to put this book up for sale, so I'm just going a little extra steps here, but I'm just going to take some matte gel medium and brush it on and onto the spine of the book, and then I'm going to cover it with that piece of material and let it dry. And that's just, material is a nice thing to use for making your spine extra strong, but like I said, you can skip this step if you don't want to do it. It won't hurt your book, and it'll be fine without it. I'm just making mine extra sturdy. Now I'm going to glue my covers into place on the front and the back of the book. So you're gluing your book cover right to that first page and right to the last page of the book that you created out of cardstock. You're going to glue your cover right to that first sheet and the last sheet. So this is what it looks like when you put your covers in place. This is just turning out so cute. I love this book so far. And that's what my spine looks like. And so that's how nice it looks if you cover it with material. It covers up all those little pieces of cardstock. You don't see them as much. So it kind of looks pretty to have the material inside like that, covering over, and your cover's on top of the material. And then I think what I might do is to glue a piece of lace over this whole spine just to add some more decorativeness and interest to the spine, is add a piece of lace to this back edge. So this is turning out great, and this is just a few layers. I've got a lot more to go in how I'm going to decorate this cover. So I'm going to finish it up and then show you and tell you what I did to finish decorating this cover. This is how my cover came out, and I absolutely love it. So I have the words, "I love to create paper dolls." It's got a little glue bottle that's dripping glue, some scissors that are brass, and the word create is metal. I've added some embellishments to the girl, made her shoes shiny. I put lace down the spine and an applique on the cover, and I love all the texture. Just turned out so cute. And then I've added some ties by just punching holes through the covers and adding some lace ties. So this is how it looks when you open it. And then when you flip it over, here's the back side. So I hope you enjoyed this and it gave you an idea of something to do with your covers. Now let's see how many creative ways you can come up with to decorate the cover of your book. You can use scrapbook paper, material, do mixed media like I did here. There's so many different things that you can do to make your cover interesting and fun, and then just glue it into place into the book, and it makes a beautiful cover for your cardstock journal that we created together. So now the next video will be, I'm going to do some layouts and start adding some Julie netting paper dolls to the inside of the book. So that's going to be fun. So stay tuned for the next video where I show some ideas for decorating the inside of the book. So thanks for stopping by. Go make some art, because art soothes the heart.